Netflix is a joke.
Yeah, coming to you live from Burbank, in lovely downtown Los Angeles, Burbank, Southern California. It is Prompt Show. We are taping live, by the way, for Netflix is a joke. Our special's going to be out February 30th, right?
That's why we're not getting paid.
Yeah, and we can fade out the song.
Give it up for Sam, everybody.
Yeah.
Give it up for Sam.
For Pete. No.
How y'all doing?
Look at this guy. I think Bruce Springsteen was in town, but we have a lovely, cozy little audience over here, and these are some of my favorites because I get to figure out whether or not I wanted to do crowd work.
Yeah, you should definitely not.
Definitely not do crowd work.
Yeah, I mean, go for it if you want. I got a little story to tell you real quick.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
What's your name, sir?
Oh, this is, I'm Peter Akeley.
Yeah, nice to meet you. What do you do? Where are you from?
So I do hosting variety shows.
Hell yeah.
And I sell magic cards because I'm a big old nerd.
Ooh, look at that.
Sam, I had a weird thing happen to me after the last show. Last show we had?
Yeah, what happened?
Well, we had a good time at a bar after the show, and then I drove home with my fiance, and I got off the exit of the highway, and immediately got pulled over by a cop.
Yeah!
He's an outlaw, baby! Good times. But yeah, it turns out I had a headlight out. And the cop walked up and was like, "Hey, so what's up? Where are you coming from?" And I was like, "Well, I just finished hosting a comedy show," which is a really good, confident decision to tell a cop, obviously.
Absolutely.
And so the cop, classic cop, they're like, "Okay, cool, you're a comic. Tell me a joke." And so, I went with my gut. I've got a fair maybe 5 whole jokes total that are complete jokes. And I went with my best one, which, I mean, you've seen me do stand-up before, Stan. Can you guess what joke I told this cop?
I think you told the Shaq joke.
I told the Shaq joke.
Yep.
So I want to host an Undercover Bosses episode starring Shaquille O'Neal. And I just wanted to walk in with half a mustache hanging on, with a Q on his name tag spelling Hank. And just he's making a giant donut in the back. He pans up and looks at the camera and he goes, "Time to make the donuts," because statistically, Shaquille O'Neal has a lot more history with Duncan than he does with Krispy Kreme. Thank you, audience.
Yeah.
Thank you. And
We did it!
So
the hosts are funny!
That was incredible because the cop actually said Duncan with me at the same time while I was saying the punchline. And that was the moment I realized I had told the cop a donut joke. And I was immediately oh, did I just fuck myself or is it gonna hit? And let's just say I didn't get arrested, guys. Fucking cops love my comedy.
That needs to get a permanent tail to that joke. I think you just
No, it definitely gets longer now.
You turn that from a 6 to about a 9.
I thought it was an 8, but I'll take the 6. So
yeah. I'm honest with you because I love you, buddy.
That's okay.
Folks, we have an incredible lineup tonight. So if you
look to your left and then you look to your right, most of you probably are performing. So we're gonna have a great time.
All right. Our first act has a wonderful little secret he's gonna tell us, and I can't wait to hear it.
Hold on, first audience. You guys ready to start the show?
Yeah!
Hell yeah!
I hear you!
Alright, keep going, Sam. Keep going. We drank that too long.
Yeah, we did. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Alvaro Michael.
Ocean wave. Door. Ah. Printer. Wine opener. Oh yeah. We'll do one more. Windex plus wiping. And I'll bring back matchstick. Thank you very much.
Oh my god, that was fucking hilarious, y'all. Goddamn. I was so hoping we were gonna get hit with the matchstick again. That was such a good callback. I fucking love it. No, like that needs a double. Matchstick slaps, bro. That was my favorite. Loved it. That was fucking awesome. Oh man. But on a serious note, guys, you know, a lot's going on around the world and stuff, and it's rough, and I'm really mad right now. I don't know if you guys, unfortunately, are very invested in the Bravo network like I am. But yeah, I've been with my lady so long that I know way too much about Bravo, and I'm fucking mad because they canceled the show, guys. But I mean, you guys have heard about this, I'm sure. It's been talked about all over the place. It's a big deal. Yeah, they canceled. Sam, can you pull up the slide? I was excited. I was really fucking excited for the show. Yeah, they canceled they were gonna have their first male led like housewives type thing, and yeah, the Straits of Hormuz are closed. You know, I was pumped. I mean, Ahmad, the bad boy, Abraham, the religious one. Do I have to? You guys know their names, like, but yeah, it's all over the place. They're talking about it a lot, and I just didn't realize that Bravo had any ability to affect the oil market whatsoever. And if there's one thing I'm known up for, it's like being well informed, you know, and like keeping up. I'm sorry, guys. Like, it would have been so good, cause like the show sells itself, like, you know. All right, guys. Well, that's enough of the serious portion of the show. Everybody, your next comic, everybody, fantastic person. Guys, give it up for Lauren Duncan.
Thank you guys. So happy to be here. This is very cool. It's the first time here. Very cool spot. Good to see you all. That's me. What a wonderful space. What a wonderful space. No, I meant it. It's great. That wasn't a conspiracy. This is beautiful. Oh my God. This feels like, you know what the conspiracy is? I feel like this place is to trick actors into getting a day job. This is, you had to go by actual real 9 to 5s to get here. This is almost, it's intimidating. I almost had I'm celebrating something. I'm as of today, I'm 70 days alcohol and weed free. And I still do cocaine.
Hey.
It's always interesting to me to see which ones people cheer for more. You guys were like, oh, she's just like Brooklyn sober, huh? Buckhead sober. No, you guys should have seen the look on my friend's face, by the way. We're hanging out, we're having a good time. She's like, Lauren, do you want to do a line of Coke? I'm like, hell yeah, we're having a party. 10 minutes later, she's like, Lauren, do you want to do a glass of wine? I'm like, I ain't drinking right now. You know, and I told her, I was like, no, thank you very much. I only do drugs I can't afford. And she didn't know how to react to that. She was just, I explained like, hey, I'm just only doing like Coke now and then. I'm not really drinking right now. And this is what she reacted with. She goes, that makes sense, Lauren, because cocaine's a girl drug and you're a woman. I'm like, that's why I experienced gender euphoria the last 10 minutes. Oh, yeah. People always do this. People always make any interaction I'm having with them into like just about me being trans. They always center it. Like the other day, I was at the video rental store. They still have those, by the way. Okay, it's like millennial daycare. It's great. It's fantastic. And funnily enough, I asked the clerk. I was like, "Hey, can you recommend me like a good like I don't know 90s conspiracy thriller? Like give me." And the clerk, she looks at me and she goes, "I know the perfect movie for you." And then she goes straight to the LGBT section. And she's like, this is a lesbian love drama from the 90s. I'm like, that ain't a conspiracy? Also, lesbian love drama? Wrong letter. My voice doesn't sound like this because I eat a lot of pussy. I'm trans. My voice sounds like this because I smoke a lot of cigarettes. Put a lot of fags in my mouth. Sorry, I didn't mean to look directly at you when I said that. That wasn't a conspiracy. That was disrespectful. I'm so sorry. I do agree with my friend, though. I do agree that I do think cocaine is a girl drug. Okay, I think cocaine should be illegal, but only for boys. Because then we would have less conspiracy theories. I think cocaine makes you talk really fast, and I just think guys have said enough. Whenever a guy starts flapping a scabber, I'm like, all right, I get it. My conspiracy is I think cocaine's a girl drug because whenever a guy offers me cocaine, I'm just like, that's gonna kill me. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. A guy offers you coke, you're just like, you don't own a vacuum cleaner. You didn't test this. A woman could, ma'am, you could offer me anything in your purse. You could offer me a crushed up uranium infused brick, and I would smoke a bowl of it with you, okay? But, sir, you could offer, I could see you break the package on it, and I would still just be like, I don't know, I'm sorry, I don't know what that says about me. I had to stop smoking weed. It was making me a very paranoid person. I was having conspiracies all the time, actually. I would smoke weed, and then I would just get very anxious in everyday situations. One day I smoked a bowl and went to a yoga class. The instructor goes, hey, it doesn't matter what you look like right now. I'm like, that has to be about me, right? And I feel like weed's different nowadays. I feel like weed is making us more paranoid. Like, it's different than it used to be. Now we get, like, these Delta 9 THC drinks. Are you familiar? You get reward points on your weed now. I used to buy my weed from a guy named Big Daddy. We called him Big Daddy because we had to if we wanted to buy any weed from him. He was like this white dude that dressed racist. He dressed like a GTA character. He had a neck tattoo that said Big Daddy, in which you had to move past his dreadlocks just to see it. And the weed that he sold me has never gotten me a quarter as high as a watermelon seltzer from Wild Heaven Brewery, legally sold to me in the United States of America. They're messing with us something. All I'm trying to say is I think the THC drinks are turning us gay, all right? Or worse, into stand-up comedians. I don't know. Talked about the straight up hormones. Did you guys hear about? First of all, quick question. Just kind of pull the room. Are you guys scared of getting drafted?
No.
Because I'm not. Sucks to be sis. Some of you guys are going to be fighting a war, and I'm going to be stealing money from your fathers. It's my GI Bill, baby. Did you guys hear about this? This is a real conspiracy theory I have. Did you guys hear about how the meteor hit Houston, Texas? A meteor hit Houston, Texas a few weeks ago. Houston, we got a problem. I really wanted to say that. And then, but one day before that, a meteor also hit Cleveland, Ohio. Did you guys hear about that? No. Cleveland rocks. I really wanted to say that too. Don't you guys think it's funny that like 2 days or just a couple weeks into this war with Iran, we started getting all these meteor strikes? That's crazy, right? I know we're losing war. It makes you think, right? Like, y'all see my point? When have you ever heard covered in the news, oh, a meteor struck Atlanta, Georgia, a meteor struck? You never hear anything like that. I know we're losing World War III because our news outlets are literally going, can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? I really wanted to say that too. I need to stop getting my news from MTV. I would stop believing so many conspiracy theories. Oh, goodness. Did you guys hear about, okay, here's another one. Do you guys think that the federal government took out Charlie Kirk?
No.
Okay, sorry for trying to make new friends. My bad. I think, you know what they were saying? They were saying that it was that guy Tyler, right? Tyler Robinson. He's a young 22-year-old man. And then they were saying that he did it because of his transgender girlfriend, and that he, as a result, he had to be Antifa liberal. And I think the biggest conspiracy of that is if he had a transgender girlfriend, he was definitely a Republican. That's when it all unraveled to me. You have to believe that a 22-year-old guy snuck past all this campus security, snuck past all the turning point security, nailed a perfect shot from 1,000 yards away, and then evaded cameras and made it past an FBI manhunt, only to get home and cry to his transgender girlfriend, only to write her a letter, my dearly beloved, I am so sorry that I murdered Charlie Kirk with a weapon that I left in this bush 500 feet from the school. And I still think the least believable thing about that is that he had to be liberal because of his trans girlfriend. Thank you. What do you guys think about Luigi Mangione? Love him? Okay. Hero, innocent, okay. I just wanted to make sure, like, I was like, what's the political vibe here? I'm like, we're in a improv studio called The Warehouse. We have to be like I'm jealous of Brian. I'm jealous of Brian Thompson, the healthcare CEO. You know, the one that's like, I got shot. Because I'm jealous of Brian Thompson because I wish Luigi had shot at my back. He may not be a Mario brother. He can check my plumbing any day. You know what I'm saying? Like, the things we say to this microphone, man. In fact, they were going through Luigi's journal, which, man, journaling, green flag. Turns out Luigi is a Republican. Did you guys hear about this? Yeah, and he had some Republican stuff in his journal, which that didn't surprise me because Luigi did something. Like, if Luigi was a Democrat, he would have been like, delay, deny, and I strongly condemn the CEO's actions. Also, I'm not a Republican, but I'm glad Luigi is because that means he's got a Grindr account. I've got a shot. Brian Thompson got a shot, so do I. Or as they say it in Italian, it's a shot. Oh, goodness. Well, that was most of my conspiracy-themed material. How much time am I doing?
Sam?
Oh, okay. Well, I have a good little, I have a little story I can end on. Just we'll have a little good, fun closer. You guys want to? I got a conspiracy for you guys. Do y'all want to hear how I plotted to get my coworker fired? Okay. So I had this corporate job for a while. That surprises people. I look like I would trade you edibles for Taylor Swift tickets. It's not my vibe. But my coworker Jay, he looked up my dead name and he shared it with the rest of my coworkers. Do you know what a dead name is? It's like the name my dad still uses for me. Ha 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 ha. Okay, moving on. Obviously, I wanted to go to HR about Jay, but on a hunch, I ran a Google search on Jay. What did you find, Lauren?
What did you find?
Come on, none of you guys are above asking. I want to hear it from everyone.
What did you find? Spill the tea.
Jay used to be a chief of police. What's he doing? Working at a call center. That's weird, right?
Yes.
You're on to something. Also a student of the arts, I see. Jay got fired because he covered up a DUI of a 17-year-old girl who had wrecked her car on the way home from a party that Jay had invited her to. And I was disgusted. Disgusted at how fast I got excited. I turned into a different person that night, y'all. It's like 2 a.m. I'm reading this court doc in my bathroom. There are flames in my eyes. Do y'all understand? I started making calculations. I was like, if I tell Natalie she's the office gosh, she'll tell half the department for me. But then it was like, a rumor about Jay right now would obviously be in reaction to the dead name rumor, right? So I'm gonna pull off this conspiracy. I have to wait a couple of months. So I made a Google Calendar event. And I labeled it J-Day. 2 months later, I get out of bed. I literally say out loud, all right, Lauren, it's J-Day. I call up my coworker, Natalie, office gossip. I'm like, hello, Natalie. She goes, hello, Miss Lady Lauren, ma'am, because that's how straight women talk to me for some reason. And I go, Natalie, you're not going to believe what I learned a couple hours ago. I shouldn't be telling you this. This is going to stay between us, right? Let's just say I've got some minor gossip for you. So a lot of comedy shows happening tonight. There's only one where you got to hear the best pun ever written, so. I turned the entire department against Jay one at a time, y'all. I went to my coworker Charles. I'm like, Charles, you're not going to believe what Natalie told me earlier. And then after about a week, after I knew it kind of circulated through the entire department, I was like, oh, I got to swing by Jay's desk now. I got to deliver my victory speech. Because by now, I go to Jay's desk, and by now, you guys got to understand, Jay knows I'm sharing this about him. Does that make sense, right? So, like, I go to Jay's desk, I'm like, hey, Jay, can you help me with this report I'm working on? And I watch the soul leave this man's eyes. I just watch his face drain, and he goes, yeah, Lauren, I'd be happy to, because I'm a team player. And the soul that left his eyes entered my eyes. And I'm like, okay, I'll email it to you. Then I just emailed him a link to his court case. He replies, Lauren, that's really immature of you. I reply, yeah, dude, just like your girlfriend. Because I thought about this, he can't forward that email to HR. What's he gonna do? Lauren wants something about me for being a pedophile in the company Outlook. Tell her to stop. Anyways, I love conspiracies. This is a really cool show. Keep supporting this. Thank you so much.
Alright, let's give a shout out to our culture critic, Lauren Duncan. Congratulations. Honestly, if that video store knew what they were doing, they would have given you a copy of Mulholland Drive instead.
Yeah.
Yep, she laughed because she knows ball at this point. Folks, welcome to Quacking Up.
the #1 news program for those of us who want to know the truth, get in the know with everything. I'm going to go ahead and just talk about a few things that have been on my mind. For example, this will be the 3rd straight of Hormuth's joke that we're going through, but has anyone else got a Mandela effect of thinking that the Strait of Hormuz is called the Strait of Hormuz? Because for the life of me, I keep checking that thing and I'm like, I want alcohol. Where's the alcohol? I need the alcohol. I haven't had alcohol in like 5 minutes, guys. Where's my damn alcohol? Folks, it kind of annoys me too, because I feel like there's other things that they're sort of like changing up on us that, for example, let's talk about Salt Lake City for a second. This isn't to get on the Mormons case or anything, but it really annoys me that there are 2 different lakes out there that should be fresh bodies of water. For example, the Great Lakes, congratulations. They got that right. Fresh water for us to drink. Meanwhile, Salt Lake City is on a lake full of salt. That is blasphemy. That is wrong. That is something that we shouldn't be doing. And I just think, for the life of us, we need to figure out what's happening, go over there, drain it out, maybe, I don't know, save it for, like, some condiments and move on. Now, folks, we have a very busy hotline over here, so if you would like to call in, please use our phone over there. That's right, our phone over there. If I could get somebody to please turn the phone over to the audience, that would be wonderful. Because I can't get up. I'm a little too mad right now at the current state of affairs. I can't walk, I can't move, and I can't think about anything. Thank you. That's our other culture correspondent, our No Shame culture correspondent, Quincy. Thank you so much for your help, Quincy. Now, the phones are open, folks, so if you want to talk to us about any kind of conspiracy on your mind, please give us a call. Let us know what you want. Okay. Let us know what's on your mind, because God help me, I need to talk about what's on my mind right now. I'm going to sit here and eat bread slowly until one of you breaks the mic.
Let's see.
I'm going to sit here and make you as uncomfortable as possible eating the bread. All right, I think we have a caller coming in. Caller, what's your name?
My name is Tom.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you from?
Snellville.
All right. What's your question for the audience today?
Do you believe jet fuel can melt steel beams?
Good question. Good question. I think jet fuel is one of the most inefficient liquids we have. In fact, I think gasoline in general is a pretty terrible liquid. First of all, if you get inside it, you get all oily, and it takes forever to clean up. God, I mean, the last time I was around, I've used so much Dawn. It wasn't even funny. You drink a bite of this, by the way?
What is that?
No, take a bite.
Oh, what is it?
That's the greatest delicacy we've ever had.
Whoa!
Congratulations! You were the first person to actually do that.
Yeah, well,
no, I just feel like I just feel like we should be pooling our resources a little bit better and fueling things with more efficient things. For example, lake water. I think lake water it has enough mud in it, so that's where the dinosaurs came from, which is the same thing as fuel. So fuel altogether, makes for a really good... Caller, thank you for yes-anding that bit. You didn't have to, but I appreciate it. Just a ton of what makes life great comes from water. So I'm like, why don't we just use water? All right. We got another caller on the line. Caller, what's your name?
Bring, bring.
Your name's Bring Bling?
Bling.
Your name's Bling Bling?
Answer the phone.
Your name's Bling Bling?
Hey, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Alright.
So, like, JFK, how did he pull that much with that accent?
I feel like it's all about the smile. and it's something I kind of like envy as well. Probably had something to do with the dick as well. You know, I think he was a relatively well-endowed man. I think he would be more well-endowed if his penis, for example, had a little corkscrew that matched the vagina of his partner. That would be really, really nice, but I don't think that people have realized that that's the optimum dick design yet, so... Oh.
He's burnt something.
Oh.
Alright, well, thanks.
I'm sorry. I see pellets. I love it. Great question. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you calling in and letting us know what was happening. We have time for one more call on the front, but I would also just encourage you guys to please, when you see a body of water, make sure that you have enough bread next to the body of water for people to be able to eat properly. And I guess by people, I mean the waterfowl, to be honest. Because, let's be real, you humans take too much food. All right, we got one more call.
Yeah, I'm CJ calling in from North Atlanta.
All right.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Thank you for your patronage. Okay.
So I was just wondering if you had any opinions on some of the chemicals they've been putting in the waters, like with the frogs.
You're trying to bait me? I don't believe that Alex Jones's theory that it turns the frogs gay is real. I think it makes the frogs autistic. I think it makes the frogs maybe a little bit harder to concentrate. And sometimes, yeah, it makes the frogs all rizzed up and really happy. Yeah. But you know what? That's the kind of thing we need to do in society. The number one thing we have to make sure, and I'm going to speak this into the mic. Which my camera? Where's my camera? Is that my camera? Yeah. All right. The number one thing we need to understand is that it doesn't matter what the chemicals are, because I love frogs. That's right. If I could have been born anything other than a duck, or a duck-human hybrid, I don't understand what I am. I was just born this way, and God help me, I can't feel or make love to anything that isn't exactly my genetic profile. I feel like we'd be in a much better situation. Friends, I'm going to close out with this, and then we're going to bring on our music expert, Richie Watkins. But next time you see a pond and you see someone trying to give out those really shitty pellets, try bread instead. I've been Sam Swimmingly. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, just a quick reminder, that was not Sam Hodge. Just want to... He didn't just take his pants off and Donald Duck us. Like, but yeah, oh my gosh. Sir who volunteered eating that. Goddamn, you're a champion. I've never seen a braver person at a comedy show. You took food out of a man's hand that I hope you knew him. Did you know him before that?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God. Okay, all right, guys. Give him for your next act, everybody. Here we go.
Hi everybody, welcome in. Let's give a round of applause for our previous performers there, everybody that went up so far. All right, well, good evening. My name is Richie Watkins, and this evening I'm going to be presenting to you an assortment of characters and their various beliefs. This first song is about a man who is very adamant that you will not get his social security number. This is called You Won't Get My Social Security Number. You won't get my social security number. You won't get my social security number. You won't get my social security number, so don't even try. Then ask for my SSN when I went to get a job, but I said no, I keep it under lock. Oh, you hoes at the bank trying to get my price. You won't get my SSN, no thanks. Hot dog man, you won't get my SSN. Jackie Chan, you won't get my SSN. I put that on paper when I told my waiter, my only tip for you is you won't get my SSN. At confession, I didn't tell my sins. I just told Father Ken, you won't get my SSN. This is for real. You will never steal my SSN. I put that in my will. You won't get my social security number. You won't get my social security number. You won't get my social security number, so don't even try. 9 people tried to get my social digits. 0 of them actually did it. 2, all of you currently scheming. 1 thing I'll say is keep dreaming. 4, all you hoes at TurboTax. 4, all you hoes at Equifax. 4, all you hiring at TJ Maxx. 0 numbers, what you did, don't ask. 9 years in a row at the DMV, still no driver's license for me. You might have caught those 9 digits just now. Well, gotcha, that's my phone number. Who's dumb now? Or wait, no wait, my phone number's a 7-digit one. Oh shit. Well, hey, we can all keep a secret here, right? I mean, it's not like anybody's recording this and putting it on YouTube, right? Right? Oh shit. Oh shit. That is my SSN. Secret, secret, no longer secret. That is my SSN. Secret, secret, no longer secret. That is my SSN. Secret, secret, no longer secret. That is my SSN. I just wanted to do something right for my parents for a change. They told me to keep my SSN secret ever since my first birthday, and now my parents are gonna be so mad at me. Thank you. After all that. Alright, this next one is about a man who has a lot on his mind. He has a lot of different truths to which he is privy. You know, we have all those truthers out there. Well, this guy, he ran himself as more than just a truther, for he is the trutherist. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of people out there that brand themselves as truthers. Well, I got something for them, because you see, I have more truths than them. That makes me the trutherist, like this. You don't know what I know, the truth. You're not shown what I'm shown, the roots. I know who runs the world, I know the lie of this world. You didn't know both, the polio with a host. Who's the trutherist when it comes to science and the facts? Who's the trutherist when it comes to secrets of the past? Who's the trutherist? I'm the one who actually need to ask. Who's the trutherist? Who's the trutherist? I'm the trutherist. Let's get one thing straight, don't you get it wrong. The word theory isn't part of my lexicon. I got a list of pizza orders at the Pentagon. I know the earth isn't the globe, it's a heptagon. Why don't you believe each side is a continent? Oh, but you believe that guy with a doctorate? Because he's an astronaut, Mr. Competent. I told you space is a lie, while you're obstinate. You see that thing above us? That's not really space. It's just a giant dome of ice left from the United States. And speaking of giant icebergs, Titanic never sank. That was an insurance claim. Need I further explain? All I'm saying is take your time and do your research. Look it up on YouTube, you'll see how the world works. Don't believe the hype, it's for shameful. And in the next verse, I'll tell you about the lizard people. You don't know what I know. The truth, you're not shown what I'm shown. The ruse, I know who runs the world. I know the lie in this world. You didn't know folks, tuberculosis was a hoax. Who's the trutherist when it comes to science and the facts? Who's the trutherist when it comes to secrets of the past? Who's the trutherist? I'm the one who experts need to ask. Who's the trutherist? Who's the trutherist? I'm the trutherist. Where was I? Alright, I was talking weather. The Chinese control our weather. Remember? Long ago, they bought our iceberg sector. They make it rain, snow, tornado, whatever. And did I tell you about the lizard people? They're lizards dressed as humans, plotting our ruin. They talk, they walk, not quite like us. You joke, they don't, even so much. We tend to laugh, all they say's just, that is funny. They're all so sus. Saw one last week at the store, cause I said we staged the First World War. He got so nervous, he ran for the door. When I spoke his language, get out the door. In case you're wondering, in English that means, hey, I know where you all keep Epstein. You don't know what I know, the truth. You're not shown what I'm shown, the ruse. I know who runs the world, I know the lie in this world. You didn't know both, the Black Plague was a hoax. Who's the trutherist when it comes to science and the facts? Who's the trutherist when it comes to secrets of the past? Who's the trutherist? I'm the one who experts need to ask. Who's the trutherist? Who's the trutherist? I'm the trutherist. Now you know the secrets and the truths that the government and the lizard people have been hiding from you. I didn't want to believe it at first either, but then I saw a couple more YouTube videos and I connected the dots. Think for yourself. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. This next one, I just want to take a few minutes to actually debunk a commonly held conspiracy theory about how one gets famous within our entertainment industry. This one is called, I Have Not Sold My Soul. Yeah, a lot of people think that you gotta sell your soul to the devil in order to make it to the top. But the truth is, those believers are idiots. You just have to be talented and hardworking. Here's my story. I came into this game with a unique brand and voice to promote education to all the girls and boys. Sold a lot independent, big labels heard my noise. I care a lot about these kids, so I had to make a choice. Labels said we love what you do, but the kids just so unique. We love your style, but if you wanna go to the top, you got to switch it up, change the whole profile. We did a lot of market research and found that we deep bought songs about pounding gas. And we think you're the guy for the job. We saw the dreaming now with that you amass. Think of all the opportunities you'll have. We offer you a full benefits pack, free BBLs, 30-album contract, but you gotta leave your fans in the past. I said I care too much about these kids to take you too really silly. If we make a dealie, you gotta give me 3 milli. I have not sold my soul, no. I have not sold my soul, no. Now I had to change my image strictly for mass appeal. Parents didn't understand my hit. Mama asked for real. I have not sold my soul, no. I have not sold my soul, no. It was time for me to grow up, no more need for the teaching stuff. I worked so hard for those bigger bucks, and I figured those kids had learned enough. Now the true price of fame is that people swear you sold your soul. They get too jealous when you leave them, it's so pitiful. All these fools kept on telling me that my morals are scrambled. Why? Cause who I'm working with is embroiled in murder scandals. That was 6 weeks ago. No one can prove that producer did it. Now he did try to kill me just yesterday, but that was none of my business. I'm just in this business of getting the bread and getting ahead. That is why I quit. All my friends with a goodbye email as AIJ. Now I see clearly cause I have a gold record. I don't need my family, I live on a double-decker. New city every night, new pretty every night. While I reflect on how sad and lame are my kids and wife. I have not sold my soul, no. I have not sold my soul, no. Now I had to do some things to clear the sample from the fog. I had to pawn my grandma's necklace and even sell my old-ass dog. I have not sold my soul, no. I have not sold my soul, no. To accept my Grammy, I had to miss the funeral for for my kid, but it's all good. He would've said, go where the money is. I didn't sell my soul. How was that theory started? I can disprove it all with this Hollywood party. See, it was a fundraiser for the new Meet the Parents sequel. You know the movie everyone's been waiting for to move the needle. I was asked to perform. I was so ecstatic. And Beyonce was the host and she was to perform some magic. She came out on stage with a moose to get her own chance of cheers. Then she said, I'm gonna make this moose's head disappear. And she took out an axe and decapitated the moose. Then everybody in the room got into their birthday suits. The bathed in the moose's blood. Gotta say it was a lot of fun. And celebs like Tim Allen shouted, oh, woman, what? That 200 million to this comedy with your grace. And Kevin Hart took a mace and bludgeoned himself to death in the face. I had to spill some blood with the best of the best to prove devotion. So I shook hands with a nice book man with my palm cut open. I have not sold my soul, no. Thank you, thank you. I got one more for you. Please hold for a brief costume change. Put it on, 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 put it on.
This is a totally different guy.
Who's this dude?
Whoa. This is the first time we've heckled an actor.
All right, this last number is about our amazing healthcare system here in the U.S. and how it takes so much care of people, especially the working class. And it's so forgiving of things like medical debt. And, you know, if you're not insured, it's always just so affordable to go to the doctor for a basic checkup. Next one is called The Doctors Who Rob. It's Dr. Rob, you all know my name. I'm the top cardiologist in the medical game. Yeah, I know you, Mr. No Health Insurance. Now I'm about to get that 150 for my service. This is a nice single wide trailer that you have. Show up with that 12 gauge, stick it to your ass. Give me that TV remote and that PlayStation. You should have known there's no free consultations. Give me that guitar too, it's my kid's birthday. I should have gone shopping, but instead I'm here robbing. I'm a 7-figure man, you a 50K bitch. You didn't have insurance, now you don't have shit. Now if you see some doctors dressed up at the job in their white lab coats and they're up on your block, and if it's late at night and you're hearing a knock, then that means you're about to meet the doctors who rob. Tell the working class what the doctors who rob. Tell the working class what the doctors who rob. We will rob, we will take all your shit, no mistake. This is Dr. Steele, the top brain surgeon in my field. For real, I have about to deal, but I can never chill, knowing there's a bitch-ass working class deal, paying his x-ray bill. So I grab the Glock and I bust the lock on this one-bed apartment. Time to hog all the cash from the spot and prescriptions he's got. I can't wait to move all this, but they're still on my yacht. I'm taking this food, the last can of soup. Is that your birthday cake? I'm taking that too. You know the rules, do not be past due. This is what they taught me back in medical school. Now if you see some doctors dressed up at the job in their white lab coats and they're up on your block, and if it's late at night and you're hearing a knock, then that means you're about to meet the doctors who rob. Tell the working class what the doctors who rob. Tell the working class what the doctors who rob. We will rob, we will take all your shit, no mistake. Remember me, I'm the dentist in your town. I get crowds to get that beat, send them down. You remember the sounds? And I was still like that when you buzz around. Oh, well, look at you now, you're right to pound. And all these bills, and can't credit card just ran out. Now I'm gonna show you double back.
not gonna come to your house. I'm not gonna rob you at all. I'm gonna take your spouse. Sugar daddy, the fate is way through. After divorce is over, you won't have shit. Go find an igloo. You dickhead, it's gonna be style and cheap. You didn't grind your teeth every night when you sleep. And now your wife is gone, and so your kids, bye-bye. She didn't lock up anyway. You sent her to an orphanage. The fuck you doing? You should have started with that lady job, but you didn't. So instead you got Dr. Snatch and a doctor who robbed. The cardiologist.
The doctors who robbed.
The radiologist.
It was the doctors who robbed.
The neurologist.
It was the doctors who robbed.
The neurologist.
It was the doctors who robbed.
The gynecologist.
It was the doctors who robbed.
The urologist.
It was the doctors who robbed.
The town dentist.
It was the doctors who robbed.
The psychiatrist.
It was the doctors who robbed.
Thank you all.
Richie, that was dope as hell, y'all. The bully from middle school in me desperately immediately wanted to make fun of you, but that was so good I can't even. Like, I have nothing to say negative at all. I do have one punch-up suggestion. Hear me out. When you do the change, you have a white bucket cap you put on. Fucking fantastic though.
I'll keep that in
But
mind.
that was fucking great, dude. Guys, give it up for Richie one more time, everybody. Hell yeah. Guys, do you want some more comedy bits? All right, well, I'll quickly, maybe one more. You guys ever fuck up?
No.
I fuck up pretty consistently all the time, and like sometimes it's good. Like sometimes you fuck up so strangely that you end up having an alright time. Like have you guys ever like seen somebody in like a crowded scenario where you think you know them and you don't, but you like really hard commit to saying hello? I do that too often, and it's rough because like. Sometimes, like, I've spent like 3 hours with somebody that I thought I knew very well until I realized that we had just met that day. And, like, now we're friends. It was a good time. But now I'm in this weird situation where all of my friends essentially look exactly the same. And it's just, it's hard to keep track of them, guys. All right, y'all ready for your next act? Oh, I'm getting a text message. I'm not making sure I say their last name correctly. 1 second, guys. Perfect. All right, guys, give it up for Gabriella Ramos Tavares. Oh, I'm so sorry I missed that a bit. Guys, give it up for Gabriella, everybody.
Hello. So my name is Gabriella Ramos Tavares. Nobody ever gets it right. I actually have a fourth name, but it never fits on flyers, so I just dropped it. And I was very excited to do this show because I actually was a teenage conspiracy theorist, did all the classics, Bush did 9/11, moon landing didn't happen, Jesus Christ was an alien, the typical ones. And then I started going on conspiracy theory forums, and I realized that all of these people were insane, which I also am, so no big deal. But I realized that I'm too much of a nerd to be a good conspiracy theorist, because all these people would be like, the truth is out there, and I'd be like, yeah, someone wrote a peer-reviewed article about it. So now I just stick, to like more classic conspiracy theories, like orangutans are actually people that found a way to escape capitalism. I also a deep believer that, that whole thing about like bisexual men are secretly gay. I think that is the opposite way. I feel like there's a lot of straight men that are secretly bisexual. Because my opinion, even if your celebrity crush is an athlete, that doesn't make it straight, Like, I know way too many men that are like one good kiss away from moving in together and getting a cat that they name after their favorite pop star. And I feel bad for these guys. It's like I've met them, I'm around them, and I can tell, I just want to go up to them and like put my hand on their shoulder and tell them it's okay to be half gay. So if I can just get a way to send this message to Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, if anybody has any contacts, I would really appreciate it. I recently started drinking water. Thank you. Has anybody heard of that? Apparently it's super good for you. And I always knew there was something up with you water drinkers, you water freaks. You love pissing. You can't get enough of it. This is ridiculous. Like at this point, I'm trying to convince my manager that I have a vaping addiction because that is less embarrassing than the reason why I'm in the bathroom every half an hour. Unlike Lauren, I've never done cocaine, but I've come pretty close. I did take an Adderall and then have a 40-ounce Coke before watching Zendaya's Challengers. And I came out of that theater ready to fight God. And then 2 hours later, my resting heart rate was very, very high, so I thought I was gonna meet him that day. And I take Adderall, I have a prescription, I take it for ADHD. Thank you. I actually self-diagnosed, and I know that self-diagnosis has like a little bit of a bad rap, because some people will use it as an excuse to like be assholes and do Nazi salutes and stuff like that. But I love being right, so I paid a doctor hundreds of dollars to tell me that I do in fact have ADHD. So that's how I got the prescription. I also have OCD, also self-diagnosed. And when I started suspecting that I had OCD, I called my mom and I was like, Mom, I think I might have OCD. And she was like, but you don't clean. And I explained to her that there's just one type of OCD and like cleaning a lot is just one of the many ways you can have it. And after explaining this to her, she said, oh yeah, you definitely have it. Thanks, Mom. I also, when I'm married and when my husband and I started dating, I wasn't sure if he was my type. And then I found out that he wasn't the first, the second, the third, or the fourth autistic person that I had dated. My type is on a spectrum, apparently. Like, I just spent all of like my late teens, early 20s saying, I just want someone who tells you what's on their mind, hates loud noises, loves trains. Is that too hard to find? But I found him, and now I'm autistic by marriage. Because I feel like it's like before I got married, I didn't have strong opinions on Star Trek, I didn't like Lord of the Rings. And I definitely wasn't watching anime. Like, I love my husband so much that I watch anime for him. And when we started dating, I saw like the first 2 seasons of his favorite anime. And then 2 years later, he comes up to me very excited, tells me they added more seasons on Netflix. Are you gonna watch them? And I said no. And he asked me why, and I replied, we're already married. I don't have to do this anymore. I'm done. Let me see what else I have. I'm not a huge fan of algorithms. When this came out, I felt like this was gonna be a huge invasion of privacy, but every time I said it to someone, they treated me like I was crazy. But I am so sick and tired of Spotify giving me playlists that could just be titled Sad Gay Bitch. It's too spot on. It's scary. I'm really happy that it seems like we're winning the war on AI. I have never fucked with AI. Like, I don't even use Siri on my phone. And I think it's because when I was 8, I saw the movie I, Robot, and I processed it like a documentary. So I've been on the battlefront of the AI war since I was 8 years old. And I'm a very progressive, but I know that as soon as we normalize relationships between AI and people, I'm gonna start sounding like my grandfather. I'm gonna start saying stuff like, it's not natural. They don't deserve rights. And my grandchildren will be like, Grandma, that's so messed up. Like, they have feelings. Like, they deserve to be happy. And I'll be like, just put them out of their misery. I wish I could say these are jokes, but these are verbatim quotes by my grandfather. I will leave you all with this. I'm bisexual. I know it's hard to tell because I don't have a septum piercing. But I did tell y'all I don't like Spotify telling me who I am. I'd rather it comes up organically in conversations because I realized I've gotten so gay now that I can't tell people about myself without coming out. So they'll be like, oh, like, what's your favorite movie? And I have to pretend like it's not, Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Or they'll be like, what's your favorite song? What are your favorite musicians? And I'll be like, oh, just Lady Gaga, Chappell Roan. If I want to listen to something old, it'll be something like Elton John or Freddie Mercury, all very heterosexual artists. And I'll leave y'all with this. My husband is also queer. And our rent did just go up, so we are looking for a third. So hit me up after the show. Thank y'all so much.
Give it up for Gabriella Ramos Tavares, everybody! Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, let's be real. I also am probably one kiss away from being bisexual. So, fellas, talk to me afterwards. All right. So next up, and this is going to be absolutely insane, but before I bring on this guest, I want all of you to shout the conspiracy theory you believe that you can't talk about in public, that you believe the most. I want everyone on 3 to shout it out. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
J.P. Morgan sank the Titanic.
That's wonderful. The CIA did not hear any of that. Congratulations, guys. We have drowned them out. We put in too much information.
Oh shit! I'm so happy we talked before the show and didn't have the faux pas and came with the same outfit on this show. It was a touch and go moment there for a second because I have that entire outfit. Hold up! I'm okay. All right, I'm going to the other mic. This one's all tangled. Hold on, guys. Ready for this?
He can't do it. He's not going to be able to do it. Oh my God, he did it!
Oh, hell yeah, guys. Let's get a little bit of applause for yourselves, everybody. This has been a fun-ass show. We got a couple more acts, guys. Next up, I don't think it's the first time he's performed after somebody taking off their clothes. Please give it up for Dan Weeks! Or Doug. Hell yeah, Dan Weeks!
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Keep it going for Peter. Peter, keep it going for Betsy. Just up here. What's weird is I just unlocked a lot of sexual kinks I didn't know I had. So now I have them. It's great. It's great to be here. I don't know if we could turn on any more lights. I can only do comedy if I could see people's pores in the front row. There it is. That's what I like to do. That's how I like to fuck. A lot of people like to turn lights off. I turn lights on. I use outdoor flood lamps indoors. That's how I like to have sex. I want to see makeup caked in crow's feet. I want to see chin acne. That's what I like to see. There it is. Thank you, Peter. Thank you. So let's talk about conspiracy theories. I have a conspiracy theory. That's the theme of the show, right? All right, round of applause if that's the theme of the show. Okay. All right. Ooh, Betsy, here you go. That's hers. I just threw something. There it is. She's got it. All right. So I thought this was about possums. So I came with like 10 minutes of possum material. I'm just gonna give you one possum fact. All right. Possums only marsupial in Northern America. All right. Possums eat ticks. We need to keep them around. Thank you so much. Ooh, get my good side, baby. Get my good side. That's my good side right there. Ooh, you stop now. Ooh, Tender's gonna be heating up tomorrow when he sent me those. All right, my favorite conspiracy theory is this. You guys remember the Titanic sank? You guys remember when the Titanic sank?
No. Yeah.
All right, so the Titanic hit an iceberg. All right, and sure, we can say that. But the people that were on the Titanic, let me back up. J.P. Morgan, all right, James Pierpont Morgan, basically funded America. We went through 3 different recessions in the the late 1800s. He basically gave them money as the central bank would do. He gave money to the United States of America, to the presidency, to bring us out of the recession, and then they gave him money back. So after around 1915 is when the Federal Reserve was founded, or maybe it was after, around 1915, America wanted to have the Federal Reserve, all right? And I'm really fucked up right now. I don't really know how to explain what the Federal Reserve does. They just basically own the money and tell you how much money America can have in circulation, all right? So there were 5 prominent families against this. The Astors, the Vanderhorns, and 2 others. Well, they were all on the Titanic when the Titanic sank, and they were the ones opposed to the creation of the Federal Reserve. You know who else was booked on the Titanic? James Pierpont Morgan. You know who didn't show up on the Titanic? James Pierpont Morgan. Right? Titanic sank. Right? 9 months later, Federal Reserve gets created. What's up?
You don't find that suspicious?
I find that very suspicious, baby. But we going to talk about that. So that's what I'm talking about. We like to think that, like, if you look at the Morgans, they are not the Rockefellers. Who's the one in Europe? I don't want to say the Jews in Europe, but I have to say the Jews in Europe. Who is it? Rothschilds. They're the American Rothschilds. And if you look at Rothschilds and their lineage, they say that they are descendants of the king of Sumatra, Nimrod. All right? And if you look at the creation of the world, it all started in Iraq. And then, thank you. I'm going to do a joke here in a second. If you look at, if you can actually research this. This actually got deleted with a lot of the Benghazi emails from a Hillary Clinton server. During Operation Enduring Freedom, she actually had Delta Force looking for Nimrod's tomb in Iraq. Because apparently, like, if you find, he has, like, artifacts, or, like, the same way Hitler searched for artifacts, Hillary Clinton was doing the same thing. So now, let's talk about some jokes. Does anybody believe that? Has anybody researched that?
No.
Are you serious? Take a deep dive on Hillary Clinton and the Clintons. Like, I don't want to get political or anything, but, like, if we're talking about, like, no kings, like, look at the Clintons, look at the Obamas, look at the Bushes, and if you really want to talk some shit, look at how the Bushes, got their wealth, all right? Piedmont Bush, or whoever the patriarch is of the Bushes.
Joe.
No, we're talking about Joe Kennedy, all right? This is what I'm going to end on. I wanted to do jokes, but fuck that, all right? We're going to talk about the Kennedys. Round of applause if you know who the Kennedys are. All right. Obviously, we got RFK Jr. in there with his beautiful voice. He's setting shit straight right now. He's like, they put shit in the foods. Like, yeah, totally, I get it. But if you look at how the Kennedys got their money, Joe Kennedy, all right, he created the very first pump and dump schemes with the market,
all right, and he got all of his money from shorting or creating stock pools to where they would artificially build up a stock and then sell it, and then everybody else who had bought into the stock, who were bullish on the stock, Joe Kennedy and all these people would sell it, and then the stock would go to shit, leaving everybody else holding the bag. That's how he got his money. But also, we do need a round of applause if you like films. I promise I'm making. Okay. You guys know what the talkies are? The talkies. Okay, so after Joe Kennedy got all of his money in the stock market, he then bought all of these independent theaters, right? And then he also coordinated with somebody at RCA who could do time code to movies, to the dialogue of movies, and he created the first talkie. So cool, that's cool. But here's where it gets really interesting. How many people know about John F. Kennedy's sister? And the helicopter's coming. The helicopter's coming. This is how I know I'm about to talk some shit now. Look into, so everybody wanted, what's his name? Who's the guy who's assassinated? John F. Kennedy. Everybody, no, hold on. This isn't about the assassination. Everybody wanted him, the Kennedy family wanted John F. Kennedy to have a pristine reputation to run for president, but he had a sister, Joe Kennedy's daughter. She was kind of loose, right? She was rebellious. So what they did was she could potentially hurt his reputation for running for president, so they had her lobotomized and hid her in the attic, all right, and then told everybody that she was on a mission trip in Africa.
Give it up for Dan Weeks.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Look it up. Kennedy lobotomization.
I'm sorry. It was just a point where I felt like you were a Reddit post for a second there.
Yeah,
I love you, baby.
Yeah.
You were great. Guys, give it up for Sam, everybody. Hell yeah.
Fun fact, this guy does Baby Billy's Bible Bunkers at DragonCon, so if you want to play Baby Billy's
And he
Bible
also
Bunkers,
does comedy sometimes.
Oh, what do you know about Baby Billy now?
Yeah, see? Look, he's already in it.
I got some cocaine right now. We about to go up.
Sure do. All right.
We got one more, Sam?
Has everyone had a good time tonight? Like, let's hear it around. Oh my God,
We got
seriously.
time for one more act, Sam?
We do.
Is that what you're telling me?
We absolutely do. You can follow all of these wonderful acts on their social handles if you go back.
And here's a
look at
list of
mine.
all of their social handles.
Yep, right there. They don't exist. I took them away. Conspiracy. Ooh.
Shit.
Our final guest for the evening is a wonderful indie rock musician who just got off the road, and I am stoked that he had enough of a breather to come and grace us with his wonderful songwriting. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Yankee Roses.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna push this stuff forward, so
Whatever you like.
can talk.
You need a hit.
No, I just gotta push it forward. That's all. We're just gonna chat here for a minute before I get going.
I can vamp. Oh, I can vamp. I can vamp so hard. Let's talk about the pedal board, folks. What's your favorite pedal on this board?
Oh, geez. Well, that's a tough decision to make here, but I really do. I think the Bit Commander is it's a synth pedal that I use as a fuzz. So, kind of a little life hack there. If
Would you
want
be
a good
offended if I said that's the wrong answer?
What's your answer?
The correct answer is I have not used pedals in how long, so I didn't think that through. The Octaver, actually. A really good Octaver gets you a long way. Because, like, man, that's going to make that sound... You're not even going to be able to tell that there's not a bass guitar there. That's the nice part about it. Yeah.
There you
Who
go.
took the bass guitar? Where'd it go?
Who took the bass out?
Who took the bass out?
Do you need some more filling, or are you good?
No, we're good.
All right. Well, I saw the opportunity to fill, and I'm good. I'm leaving now.
Thanks for the vamp. I appreciate it. Just had to make sure everything was plugged in.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Yankee Roses.
Thank you. So, the first conspiracy is that you need big pharma to survive depression. Yes. It helps. You know you can go that way, but you don't need to. But sometimes when you don't use them,
it can suck a little bit worse. And sometimes when you, I have to tune a little bit here, so, gotta tell jokes and tune at the same time. And I can't fucking walk and chew gum at the same time, so here we are. But everything comes in seasons, so you will get through the tough times. But this is a song about how sometimes when those tough times come, you lose interest in all the things you used to like to do. For a little while. And I'm from the Northeast, so when I get up there, it's extra shitty.
What happened there? Oh, not over there. There it is. Something happened with my power.
It's a song called Jazz. When the wind started blowing and the lights went down and the edges began to fray, I marched myself to the couch with my nose to the ground as the sky turned New England gray. I wrapped myself in a comforter 10 miles long, watched one spring forth from days. I went a brick in between my heart and my mouth and stood there fastly in my own way. I summoned dust down from heaven to coat my guitar. Won't be brushing it off till May. I'll be the best jazz musician that the world's ever heard. 'Cause jazz is about the notes that you don't play. Get it? Yeah, jazz is about the notes that you don't play. The notes that you don't play. Song is about an alien conspiracy from something fictional. The video game Bloodborne. And if you know what that's about, what's up, you fucking nerd? This is called Celestial Emissary. Kashigo. That's a Japanese word that means unwanted, discarded son of a nobleman. And it's the only word I know. Couldn't order in a restaurant. Baskets cast on the endless lake of mud. Descendants of survivors of the flood. Helpless infants wishing for a mother's warm embrace. Cast aside to hide some deep disgrace. And we wear it on our face. See if this works. Fire burning, you need soul. Not a greedy despot working toward a selfish end. Just another
another twice cursed bastard on the man, pining to ascend. Alright, I'm gonna do, what, 2 more? Yeah? Keep it quick, keep it tight? Yeah. Cool. Keeping on the theme of the Zodiac a little bit. Also, give it up for everyone who performed tonight. Thanks for sticking around. This has been a lot of fun. Probably, I've been doing this for about 18 years, and I think this is the most mixed bill I've ever played. And one time, just to give you an idea, I sort of cut my teeth in the South Florida hardcore scene. And one time, this act, pre-pedals, I was just like a folk singer, like, hey, how's everyone doing? In a little cowboy shirt. I played between 2 hardcore bands and 2 other hardcore bands, dead center in a bill. And I've had less interested crowds, but like just a few. And I can't really remember them that well. Okay, if there were a title track, I put out a record last summer called Pluto and Scorpio. That's the Zodiac theme. If there were a title track on it, it would be this. There's not, so we can just fucking play a little game here and pretend, right? We have imagination still. AI hasn't completely swallowed it, right? To give solace, custodians of broken things that lead to the messes, tiny offerings, lending ears and hearts to underdogs with heart to spare and so much soul to bear. I've never seen the sunset's Pepto pink and neon green. Got a heavy load, but there's no place to go. Saturn's coming home to a Pluto and Scorpio. Beat back your terror and your grief, hide imperfection. Dive into vices for relief, not a pride of noble beasts. Nerd of workaholic addicts with a flair for the dramatic. He might be a fucking mess, but he's your son. Taught ourselves the stuff we had to know. With injustice in our crosshairs and the Pluto and Scorpio. We're gonna fix that right now. I'm so sorry. That's what bothered me the entire time. What time were you born? What time were you born? What time were you born? Cool. As Sam said, I just got off the road. Thank you. As Sam said, I just got off the road. I was out for about 10 days with my friends in Confession Kids, a really cool band.
Did a lot of mutual aid stuff. And what that helped me remember is that the biggest conspiracy of all, and this is the last one I'm going to do, and this is a cover of my favorite songwriter, who's on my shirt right now, Brooke Pridemore. I hold
the personal record of the person who's toured with them the most times out of anyone in the world. So I feel really proud of that because we were strangers one time and then they were my favorite songwriter and now we're homies and it's great. This is a song that they wrote about the greatest conspiracy of all, which is that life sucks. It doesn't. It's actually awesome. And this is a song about, it's a title track off of their record called Glad to Be Alive. And it's a song about how in a world that conspires to make you hate being alive and enjoying it is not only awesome, but inherently subversive and revolutionary. So this is a song about that. I'm gonna fix this first before we go into 4 minutes of crap here. Back in 1995, I was only learning how to drive, and it took a while to know for sure what the pedal on the left was for, with my whole life riding on the line. And as my poor old car began to slide, we finally came to rest on the divide. And no one was around to shade the mess that I had almost made, so I kept going, glad to be alive. Back in 1994, I was only learning a guitar, and it took a while for me to see that there were other chords than E, and most good songs are made of 3 or 4. And as my calloused hands began to burn, an instinct took the place of what I'd learned. Well, no one was around to say that I had not learned how to play, so I kept playing, glad to be alive. Back in 1987, was turned up to 11. I was choking on the noise, 'cause I am not like other boys. And I said out loud, I can't go on living. And then my poor old moms began to cry. And she gave me her idea of good advice. She said, I would be an all lonely girl if you ever left my world. So you'll keep going, you're glad to be alive. When across the back. I won't sleep the whole way down, 'cause I don't know my way around, and I have never learned how to relax. And as my body sinks into the floor, the meaninglessness folds for something more. It took a while to understand that I am guided by some plan, so I'll keep going, glad to be alive. So I'll keep going, glad to be alive. Sometimes I just keep going, glad to be alive. Thank you. Yankee Roses. Thanks to Sam and James. And thank you all for sticking around and sharing this performance this evening. Have a great night.
Oh my God, that man.
Mister!
I grew up an Ordcore kid, so just straight up hearing like punky music like this actually in ATL, and it makes sense you're from Florida because I hear a lot of that like Florida punk vibe already in your music. Sorry, I'm getting like a little too nerdy. Yankee Roses, everybody, how was that? Holy shit! I'm gonna step away from that mic and just let him move his pedals out.
So, like, which one of these buttons makes me sound funny? No, sorry. No, sorry. Sam, that was a fuck. Oh shit. Oh,
Yeah,
hit me
get
with
on
that
that.
reverb.
Yeah.
Let's get it. That was a good ass show, y'all. Right?
Yeah. And like, sure, I'll address the elephant in the room here. Like, this was a sparse, tiny crowd, but I think
I don't know what you're talking about. According to what the video showed,
you're right. It's a
it was
conspiracy.
full
This is the biggest crowd we've ever had.
There was
Everybody give it up.
35 people here, and they only had standing room.
You're right. Standing room back there. There's 2 people in the standing.
That's why no one's sitting down.
Exactly.
They want to stand.
Exactly.
Have you ever liked a comedy bit so much that you were like, I can't relax about this?
I have to have a standing ovation for it right now. Actually, you know what?
Oh, yeah. Guys, thank you so much for coming out.
All right. So,
when's the next one, Sam?
Our next one is June 20th, and we're about to do the prompt reveal.
Oh, shit.
So
What is it? I don't know. This is
everyone
exciting.
do a drum roll, please. Drum roll. Drum roll.
Racist.
Drum roll.
No, I'm sorry.
I mean, maybe.
That could be a topic. Maybe, I hope it's not this one. This sports! Sports. Oh, shit. Y'all like sports?
Y'all like sports?
They pretty gay.
Yeah. So we were got a wild bill for this one. That reefer was throwing me off. Holy shit.
I'm sorry.
The reefer was throwing me
Yeah, the
off.
reefer was throwing the man off.
throwing me off. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's been our show. I've been Sam. That's been Pete. Come on back next time for some sports.
Thank you guys so much.
One pound! 6 eggs! Hot damn! West Flex! Pete Sam! With the sauce! It's the show! That's Boss! Pro Show! Pro Show! Pro Show! Pro Show, yeah! Pro Show! Pro Show! Pro Show! Pro Show! Pro Show!
By the way, if you came as an attendee and did not purchase a ticket, please scan that QR code.
Pro Show!
Paid.
Pro Show, yeah!
Scan that QR code.